Good morning, guys. I wanted to show you how this gasser is turning out. I'm pretty proud of it. Let me put it in motion here. There we go. That's going to help. Yeah, it's turning out really good. I put a 57 Chevy front end on it from an AMT, and I put the bumper on from this one since Gas Hole doesn't even have a bumper, front or rear bumper. And that model kit, that body came with 3 different bumpers. So I'm using them cats on all different things. This one, I put it on the back, which I think is a front bumper. And this model is quite a bit wider than the orange one back there. And then I just put this one on the back of this. So, and the headlights. Since I've always hated the headlights, the looks of them on Badman, I ground those because they're flat behind there. So I had to take the Dremel and kind of cut a hole for each one. Now I'll put some lenses in it here in a minute, but this one is really turning out very, very nice. I did the interior last night. I showed it to Tammy. Oh, she loved it. She's like, man, that is cool. Look at that. It's a dashboard from something new. And I went through and dotted the different lights and stuff inside the dashboard and made it the stick shift. And here's the engine so far. I've just kind of started and turned both pulleys on the lathe, and then with the top pulley, I did the snout and everything for the blower, and I'm going to wire it and do all the fun little tricks to it today, hopefully, and get that scooter in there and make some headers for it. And I really like this. I think it's going to turn out really good when it's all said and done. I think that would be a showstopper and a half for a gasser. So I got that one. And right after that, I think I'm going to work on that Badman. I think I got all the parts to put it back together like it's supposed to be, all stock. I think there was something that was, oh yeah, that's what's going on. That's why I never clear coated it, because the decals, after I got the decals on, the decal was so old, it started disintegrating on me. I think I could probably, being black, I think I could probably touch up parts of it, I guess, and then clear it, or maybe never clear it. I don't know. Now I remember, but yeah, I've got a photographic memory. I normally remember all that kind of fun stuff, but there we go. As Farmer, that is awesome. Yeah, there's a story behind that, but I don't know if I want to get into that for a while. But that's why I named it that. In that John Deere tractor, that is pretty neat. That detail. Let me see if I can get that. There we go. I don't know how much of that it really picks up. Blow on it. That color is magical. I should go get that real quick while you look at this. And that way I can show you what it is. Yeah. Tammy's favorite color is teal. that ranks right up there. I love teal. And the name of this stuff here is tealicious. Not teal. Tammy said that is an emerald green if I've ever. And I'm calling it forest green, which both I guess would be the right answer. But it's made by Createx Colors. Uh, I've got a ton of it. I only did just this with it, thinking it was going to be teal. This one ended up being teal, so I had to buy another one again. I, this bottle, and I had to wait a month to get it. And even that, it's supposed to be candy, but it looks opaque to me. I don't see any silver through all the edges, so I still don't think we got a nice teal candy. Or yeah, I guess I would call it teal. But yep, that's it right there. Candy O2. Candy, no, that's the dyslexic. Candy 2O Createx Colors. I've heard different people say this different ways, but I believe that would be Createx. 466666666. Tealicious. So there's that. Oh, let me get him out of the way. There we go. That color is just amazing. I noticed that in the video, it looks like a bunch of extra color built up on the edges. That's not true. I did not spray it where it was built up on the edges and darker. That's just how the light bends. Because if you turn it, you can see there's no built up material paint around the edges. So it's it is just that color. Yeah, that is flawless. And then the 57 Chevy front end on it, that turned out really good. I've been wanting to cut something else down. I got a couple different Chevy van front ends I was going to cut down and stick in there, but they would have looked like an afterthought, out of place. So I didn't do it for a long time since this thing has been painted. I didn't do it. Finally, looking for the dashboard for this in my boxes, I came across that front end, and I'm like, yeah, now that is a good looking front end. I seen a front end a lot like this on Gary Seats. He had, was it like a 57 Buick, but it was candy brandy wine. It was gorgeous. And I had this bumper, threw it in there thinking one day I'm going to build up a model that's going to look cool like Gary's did, and bang. And it didn't really fit there. And I did some modifications with the Dremel, and each one was irreversible. It was like, this is either it's going to fit or bust kind of thing. So I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. The leaf springs and everything, they turned out really neat. And so I'm getting that engine and get it in there. I'm pretty certain that's going to be a showstopper. I'm pretty certain of that. I've been around models long enough to know that it's got wall factor in how many different places right now, and it's still once it gets its engine. I was going to put the Hemi in there, but I was going to do the carburetors and stuff on it. And the more I looked at it, I thought, well, that Hemi, I don't want to cut any holes in the hood. So what I did is I got the engine that was going to be in that, the 409, and with the blower and everything on it, and then now go through and really detail the snots out of it, and it's well below the hood, so I don't have to cut any holes or anything in it. So I'm really excited about that, guys. And I guess I'll leave you with that, and I'll talk to you next time. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Okay, bye-bye.